Hey man, let's stop pretending that engaging in her drama earns you points. Let's stop acting like explaining yourself, defending your every move, or matching her energy somehow makes you more attractive. It doesn't. What actually happens when you step into her emotional chaos is this. You start playing her game, you lose your edge, you get pulled out of your frame, and the second she sees you doing emotional cartwheels to prove your worth, you stop being the man she respects. But when you ignore the drama, when you stay calm, still, and emotionally unbothered, that's when it happens. That's when the hidden attraction spike hits her like a wave. Most men don't know this, but when she starts acting erratic, snapping at you, getting cold, pulling away, throwing little jabs, she's not looking for you to argue. She's looking to feel something stronger than her own chaos. She's testing your gravity. She's throwing wind at you, hoping you'll stand like a tree. And when you don't flinch, something clicks. That little storm she created to shake you backfires because you stayed solid. And in that moment, she feels desire. She won't admit it. She might even get angrier at first. But deep down, she's registering something powerful. This man doesn't lose himself just because I'm losing myself. That level of emotional control, that's rare. That's masculine. That's what makes her second guess her own actions. She walks away from the argument she created and starts missing you. Ignoring her drama doesn't mean ignoring her as a person. It means you don't reward emotional bait. It means you don't chase clarity when she's being vague. You don't explain yourself when she's trying to provoke. You don't mirror her chaos, you lead her out of it. Not with control, with containment. And the first step to containment? Silence. You ever notice how she gets louder when you stay quiet? That's not because you're doing something wrong. That's because she's not used to men who refuse to play the emotional game. And every second you don't react, every second you keep breathing, keep calm, keep grounded, she feels your strength in a way that words could never communicate. Drama is often just a test, dressed as tension. She's poking, pulling, provoking, trying to feel the edges of your masculinity. And when you show her that her emotions don't control your behavior, when you show her that her attitude can't rattle your peace, her body starts reacting, not to your silence, but to the certainty underneath it. Because feminine energy needs masculine stability. It doesn't crave a man who argues better, it craves a man who feels stronger. And the more unbothered you remain, the more you separate yourself from the pack. You're no longer the boy trying to win her approval. You're the man she can't stop thinking about because she can't move him. Let her throw her storm. Let her pull away. Let her act cold. Don't chase. Don't plead. Don't try to fix it in the moment. Just stay centered. Go to the gym. Hit your goals. Meditate. Work. Be busy building something real while she plays emotional tag. Because guess what? The second she sees you not flinching, she recalibrates. That's the hidden spike. The moment she realizes you don't need her to feel whole, that your emotional state isn't tied to her approval, that she can act up and you'll still sleep well. That kind of energy, that's not just attractive, it's magnetic. Because you've now become the man who doesn't just respond, you choose. And that choice is everything. Because when you engage with her drama, you reinforce it. But when you ignore it, you dissolve it. You show her that her games won't work here. That this relationship doesn't operate on emotional manipulation, it moves with mutual respect. And if she wants your presence, your attention, your energy, she has to rise to meet it. You're not ignoring her to punish. You're ignoring the behavior that doesn't deserve engagement. And by doing so, you're retraining the emotional rhythm between you. You're telling her, I'm not here to fix your moods, I'm here to lead this connection. And that subtle reframe, it triggers something primal in her. Something deeply feminine. Now, she's not thinking about what you said. She's thinking about what you didn't. Now, she's not replaying the argument. She's replaying the stillness, the silence, the discipline. And in that replay, she begins to feel again. Feel your absence. Feel your strength. Feel your unshakable presence. The more she feels, the more she questions. The more she reflects. The more she reflects. The more she reflects. The more she reflects. The more she remembers, you're not like the rest. You've got to understand, women fall for men who make them feel emotionally safe. Not because you're soft, but because you're stable. You don't crumble, you don't match chaos. You don't fall into the trap of over-explaining yourself to someone who's not ready to listen. You sit in your truth. and your truth is calm. You don't need to fight to prove you're right. You don't need to match her tone to feel seen. You don't need to fix her mood to feel loved. All you need is composure. And that composure, that refusal to play the drama game, that's what makes her look at you differently. That's what makes her feel you deeply. And here's the secret. The more you ignore the drama, the more you raise your value. Because now she's chasing emotional alignment. Now she's wondering if she went too far. Now she's realizing she might lose a man who doesn't argue, doesn't beg, doesn't fold, but walks away from energy that doesn't match his standard. The man who ignores her drama with dignity becomes the man she chases with effort. Not because he punished her, but because he refused to participate in anything that lowered his peace. And that refusal, that silence, that emotional detachment, that's what creates the attraction spike most men never see. So the next time she brings drama, don't react, don't argue, don't panic, just smile, stay calm, be still, and watch how fast her tone changes. Watch how fast she starts reaching. Watch how fast she starts respecting.